let's jump over to Superintendent Patrik Forsemalm, and he's a superintendent with the Swedish Police. And I'd love to just get your thoughts on this as well. Any feedback, comments, or a question for any of our presenters?
Yes, thank you for really interesting talks. And I'd like to just send an extra thanks to you, Jeff, for the opportunity for me and the Swedish Police to be a part of this exciting work. I was very happy when I got to attend last year's symposium, and I learned a lot from it. As responsible for how the Swedish police works with mental illness and suicide prevention, both last and this year's symposium have given us many new ideas and many new contacts around the world, which I really appreciate. Gang said yesterday, working with and trying to understand Awe is quite new to me as well. Thanks to the fact that I was lucky to participate in one of Jeff's 5 days program about Awe, combined with these fantastic talks today, I started to understand more of what it means and what strengths it really has. I think we need to be able to strengthen ourselves through Awe. And I'd like to say thank you, Sheila, for inspiring and interesting talk. It's really interesting to hear how you combine different types of research within the same project. And I think it's super exciting how we work with the eye tracking technology and the way the technique works. And I have a question that is a little bit off topic to Sheila, but it's off topic from Awe, but do you see a possibility to use the technology and research in the line of training of police officers and other first responders? Would it, for example, be possible to see and measure the reactions and the focus you have when you are exposed to different types of impressions and situations during different types of control training?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So I work at a medical school, and one of the extensions to my research, so I have, again, a developmental arm, but I also have this visual attention arm, is to look at whether you can train fellows to pay attention to the things they need to pay attention to during a call. Like during a call and you're running into a room and there's a lot happening, and what do you need to pay attention to? It's been great to be in meetings with these expert physicians who basically will have conversations. Well, where do you look first? Well, where do you look first? It's like, no, guys, we're going to strap some eye tracking goggles on you, and we're going to see, because what you think you're doing and what you're actually doing might not be the same. And in fact, they usually aren't, because we have this idea of controlled attention, like you're telling your attention what to do, versus your attention goes where your brain is doing a lot of work for you, right? And you're processing a lot of information very, very rapidly. And that's what the eye tracking glasses are really giving us insight to in a medical environment. So I'm sure in some of the environments that law enforcement is in and other situations, like, how did you know this was going to happen? Like, I do a lot of work on how infants can predict the future based on what they've seen in the past. The idea here is you might have learned something and your attention goes to like that doorknob or that hand or that part of the body. Like, we know athletes pay attention to certain parts of the body differently than fans do, because an athlete knows you're about to pivot and they need to adjust too, right? They make predictions. So attention is this really incredible area. And I think absolutely there's this extension for it in your field.
Yeah, I think it can be really useful in analyzing and understand your own reactions, and through that create a better mental resilience in our line of duty.